Let's simplify how you can use the TH12 Yeti Attack Strategy for 3 stars and also trying them live with 3 unique variations. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt. Let's take a look at the Yeti Smash, starting with the use of the bowlers. Now, the main thing that you always want to do with this attack is you want to create one side of the funnel with the use of a Warden walk. This way you're able to create one side of the funnel, making it a little bit easier, so you're able to also create the other side of the funnel with the use of the Siege Barrack, the Witches, and the Barbarian King. Now, you don't always need to bring the Witches, you can always drop them and just use the Siege Barrack and King, but that's up to you. Now, the main thing after this is sending in your Yetis, your bowlers, and also your Queen, with the Grand Warden moving in. You want to be able to get over into an area that you're able to get to the Eagle Artillery and the Town Hall as quickly as possible. And this can work versus single target Infernos. Now, one of the tips I do have is that you should have at least a level 30 Grand Warden at the bare minimum. If you don't, using a Queen Walk is a better option. Just keep in mind you will need to actively funnel her with something like a Baby Dragon. Now, while you're doing this, you may want to use a balloon to look for any Seeking Air Mines, but don't drop your healers immediately. Try to let your Warden kind of snipe off structures. You're going to create the other side of the funnel with the use of the Super Wizard, or using it with the Siege Barrack and the Barbarian King, so you're able to start working your way through. I bring a Super Wall Breaker so I can enter right the way into the base, and I've got a good lane to do so. Now, the biggest thing that you do need to keep in mind is try to get your healers to go straight onto your Yetis and your bowlers, or any of the other troops that you bring. You want to make sure to use the Grand Warden ability either over the Town Hall or as they move in for the Town Hall. This is really where you need to understand it, because the healers are super important. If they're not on the Yetis, they're all going to die. So you got to be very careful about that. Now, you've also got the use of Hog Riders. This is a great choice, and using a heal spell on them, and in this case I use the heal directly on both the Yetis, bowlers, and the Hog Riders, so they're able to move across the base. Using a jump spell to go from one side of the base to the other is exactly what you want to do. You want to have easy lanes through the base and being able to work your way through, even if that means sending in a couple of your witches to move all the way across the base, spawning skeletons to distract defenses and making it a whole lot easier. And in this case, being able to smash your way through is really, really good with this attack. So as far as I would say, there are of course a couple different fails that you may make. One of which is going to be losing your Grand Warden early. Don't let a lot of damage be on that Grand Warden, or else he's going to use the ability, and unfortunately, you're going to lose a lot of troops. So you do want to be very careful of that. Make sure that you're using the heal on the Hog Riders only. Don't use them on the Yetis and bowlers, because that won't provide anything, and even if you get through the Town Hall, they're still going to die. So you do need to be very careful about a lot of different things, but overall, that is just a couple things that I could say in terms of what you could do. But let's also take a look at 3 live attacks using the bowlers, super wizards, and super archer versions. So let's hit this one, and what I want to do in this one is I want to get to this Eagle Artillery as soon as possible. So what I want to do is create the funnel here and start working my way down this direction. So let's go ahead and start off with a Warden walk. So I'm going to start with my Grand Warden. We're going to let him go, so that way he's able to get rid of as many of the buildings, and we want to make sure that he's creating a funnel. So let's see, I will probably start with a balloon fairly soon, just to look for any Seeking Air Mines. Doesn't look like there are any. I don't think I need to use my healers just yet. Right now I'm going to have to. That's going to create the funnel. Let's go and use a Super Wall Breaker here with the use of the Siege Barrack and the Barbarian King. That's going to create that side of the funnel. Now let's go ahead and bring him over with the use of a couple Yetis, another Super Wall Breaker, and let's start breaking our way in. Now we have the bowlers moving in. Let's use my Queen here. That should push them in. Let's use a Rage, and let's use a Jump to get ourselves into the core. This is looking quite good. Let's use another Rage in the core of the base. Let's use my Grand Warden ability that protects everything. Come on, healers. We need you to be on the bowlers. Okay, there we go. We got a good lane moving through. Let's use another jump to get onto the back end side of the base. We do have the Hog Riders moving in as well. This is looking quite good. Seems like we lost all of our Yetis. Ugh. Alright, let's see. Let's use a heal here. Keep these Hog Riders alive. Pop my Queen ability. Probably use another Rage right here. We still have troops here in this bar that we could use. I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly sure. Let's see how it goes. Still have a poison, but we're not going to be able to use this. Unfortunately, my healers did not go to the Yetis in time, and they all died out. I don't think we're going to be able to fix the attack, unfortunately. So this is going to be a fail. And I think what we'll try next time is we will try to boost up the bowlers. But let's see if we can get the Yetis or the healers to switch to the Yetis and not stay on that Grand Warden. But it's really, really close here. We actually have a lot of troops. We might still get it. Hold on. We might actually still get it. We have a lot of wizards. We saw the Barbarian King. I think we're gonna get it. Wow, out of sheer luck, we are gonna get this. We might actually go ahead and use some potions to boost our heroes and stuff, but wow, we still got it done even though our bowlers and our Yetis died out. So now let's try this base here, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna use a Warden Walk to establish this side of the funnel, so that way we're able to work ourselves through. So I'm gonna start with the use of the Grand Warden. He's gonna create the funnel. Let's use a wizard here to provide a little bit more support. And then let's see. Let's go ahead and drop in a balloon. See if there are any sort of seeking air mines. Doesn't look like it. So we're going to use the healers. Now we're going to use a super wall breaker with the use of the Barbarian King and the Siege Barrack to create the other side of the funnel. That is going to be enough to push our way in. So I'm going to use a super wall breaker here to open up this area. I'm going to use my King ability so he's able to create the funnel. Let's send in the Yetis. Ooh, oh no. Grand Warden, we need to give you like... Oh, okay, that's not good. That is really not good. Alright, let's use a jump there. Let's use my Queen. Start to move her way in. Oh, I wish I had my Grand Warden. Oh no, that is not good. I think we might fail with this one, guys. Okay, let's use a heal on them because they are going to need that. Oh man, that is... Oh. Yep, that is a big fail of mine. Big rip. Rip to those Yetis. Can we still get through this? We still have enough cleanup, but unfortunately, we don't have a heal. But we do still have the Queen ability. I don't know, we'll see. Queen's still moving her way through. Could we still get this, though? Could we still get this? I'm going to use my Queen ability right now. We can get through this. Unfortunately, the Expo takes down all of that. And that is a rip. That is going to be a 2-star for us. So the biggest mistake there that I made is the Grand Warden. I was not paying attention. I don't even have a free spell. So unfortunately, even though we got an 84%, it's not going to be enough. So don't make my mistake of not focusing on the Grand Warden. The Grand Warden was taking way too much damage and I should have dropped a Rage. But oh well, it is what it is. I'm not the best attacker. We're going to get a good percentage, but overall, I was bound to fail one of these, and of course, it was based all on some just completely unlucky situation, so maybe I could have saved my King ability. It was good, even after, but yeah, unfortunately, still not the best at this attack strategy, but 87%. Let's see if we can 3-star again. So let's try this one, and we're going to start with the Warden Walk up here at the 12 o'clock area to get rid of this, so we're able to work ourselves down and into this compartment. That's how we really want to think when we're using a Warden Walk. Now, I'm going to be starting off with the use of a balloon. Let's see if there are any seeking air mines. Doesn't look like it, so we'll start with the Grand Warden. We're going to let him kind of go here. Looking quite good. So we want to be able to get rid of this entire area so we're able to move through. You want to be very patient with your Warden Walk. It's not going to be fast, so try not to do it fast or else you might force all of your units to go around in like a ring. So you do want to be very careful. So let's drop in the healers. That should get through that. So I'm going to use... Oh, we only have one super wall breaker. Okay. So let's use the Barbarian King and the Siege Barrack over here. Let's lure the Warden over with a Yeti. 2 Yetis at least. Super wall breaker here. Let's drop in a baby dragon. Let's drop in the rest of the Yetis. And we're going to drop in our super archers along with our archer queen. Use another balloon, look for any seeking air mines. Let's drop in a rage, let's drop in a jump. And that way we're able to get right our way into the core of the base. I'm going to pop my king ability. They did find a tornado, but that's fine. Let's see, let's use my Grand Warden ability right there. There is a E-Drag CC, but we're going to poison that up, get through that with no problem. Let's use another rage right here. We still have a jump spell that we can use towards the back end. We got heal. This is looking really good, guys. We still have super archers alive as well. Let's use another rage here. Let's use a heal here to make sure that these guys are staying up. Let's see. Let's use a jump here. Let's get across in this direction. This is looking quite good. We still have Hog Riders. We still have my Queen ability that we might have to pop here. Let's see. Let's pop our Queen ability right there. That should be enough to get through. I think this is going to be a 3-star, guys. I think we might have enough momentum and enough tankage for the rest of it. And there you go. Super Archers are actually really, really good with the use of the Yetis. This is quite fun, actually, and I'm surprised that I was still able to even get through it after that fail that we had with the Super Wizards. But man, was this one pretty strong. Not overpowering, but we still got the triple, this time with the Super Archers. Now, despite my fail with the Super Wizard version, this is still extremely strong and still worth using. Normally, what I would recommend is look for bases kind of like this, where you have a lot of chain that your Super Wizards are able to chain onto multiple structures, making it so much easier for your attack. So remember, with everything I've showed you in this video, you're creating one side of the funnel with the Warden Walk. You're also going to use your Siege Barrack, King, and maybe even a couple Witches to also create the other side of the funnel. That is one way that you are going to be able to get all of your troops into the base. That's exactly what you want. So you want to start this off with the Grand Warden Walk. Now, I'd say I would give this about, maybe about 30 seconds in terms of your Grand Warden, and within that 30 seconds, I would start to address creating the other side of the funnel by using the Siege Barrack and the King. So you want to be able to make sure that you are actively funneling him so he's not walking down this way. So you can do that with a baby dragon or with a wizard. It doesn't really matter. It's not like a queen, so you don't really need to worry all too much. So now you're going to create the other side of the funnel with the use of the Siege Barrack, the Barbarian King, and maybe a couple Witches, so you're able to move your way in. I used a Super Wall Breaker here, so I open up this first layer, so that then I could connect the jump spell into the core of the base. That's how you want to think about it. So using a rage spell early on allows you to continue to work your way through. You want to have your healers move onto your Yetis. That is extremely important. And using the Grand Warden ability through the Town Hall is another very important thing. Now, this works very well versus single target Infernos, and you saw that earlier on in this video. But the main thing is making sure that you are able to continue to push through. I unfortunately probably could have placed that rage spell a little bit better, but using the heal spell to get through and use with the Hog Riders is incredibly important, because at this point, you have the Yetis moving across this way, and you've got the Hog Riders moving across in that direction. Now, this base is pretty much considered a max base, and I'm not even maxed. My heroes are nowhere near maxed, even though I did use a power potion earlier on during the live attacks, but the idea is really simple. Being able to have your Hog Riders to move themselves through the base, getting rid of structures, defensive structures, and making it a whole lot easier for the rest of your attack. Having the healers onto your Yetis is by far one of the most important things you will want to do, so that then you can earn 3 stars fairly consistently. So you do want to make sure that you're not using the heal on your Yetis, and instead you're using them on your Hog Riders. Let me know what your favorite Yeti Smash variation is down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell if you want to be a better attacker that can earn 3 stars, and make sure to use code CORRUPT in any Supercell game, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.